Okay, so we are basically at the point where, from what I understand, Rachel was staying here because this guy was going to meet this artist that is employed, or yeah, something like that, does business with this man here. Forgot his name, Nathan, I think, or something. He was going to do a painting for Rachel. Not Nathan, but the Michael guy, Mr. Milton, or whoever. And he didn't show up, and I guess the husband was there, and I don't know, something happened. We're trying to figure that out, so if I sound like a little lost, it's because I am, but we're going to figure it out. That is the whole purpose of this walkthrough. So I'm going to ask what is his relationship.
Heavens, our association goes back years, almost a decade. Quite frankly, he's the star here. I've displayed and sold hundreds of his works. I could have sold more, but he misses so many deadlines. No matter how hard I tried to breathe professionalism into his artist soul, I failed. Still, he does sell.
He's probably one of those, drama king type artists. I can't stand the artists who are just so drama, and they feel like they have the right to be like that because people love their work. I mean, and they say things like totally rude, like if anybody plays Nancy Drew games, you would know what I'm talking about. So let's see. Wow, there's a lot of questions out here. What can you tell us about the missing hawk statue? Can we look at your shoes? We do want to get his address so we can find him.
Ridiculous as it might seem, no. I have never once, in all the years of our very successful association, even seen his studio. As I say, he's quirky, private to the point of reclusiveness. Oh, but of course I have a phone number and a P.O. box. He wants his checks, after all.
That'll be enough to track him. Thanks, Mr. Ackerman.
Patrick Milton. That's his name, Patrick Milton, not Nate. I don't know where I got Nathan from. 555-1201. Cool. Okay, yeah, what's the name of her fiancé? Where did I get Michael from?
Her fiancé is one Mark Stock, a taciturn fellow with a physique worthy of a Greek sculpture and just about as talkative. Frankly, he has the personality of a doorstop and the artistic taste of a hillbilly. Forgive my candor. The man does have his admirers. He's an ex-baseball player of some kind, from the minor leagues, I believe. As I said, he was here with Rachel when I left, but when I returned, she was alone, undead.
Okay. Anything else you can tell me about Mark? What else can you tell about the missing hawk statue? Let's ask that question.
I can tell you it's a disaster. That's one of our most valuable pieces. Hawks are a specialty of Mr. Milton's, and that's a signature work. Any Milton collector would kill to... excuse me, that was an unfortunate burst of hyperbole. But I can say with no exaggeration at all that the perch predator is an expensive item indeed. And I'll be calling my insurance agent as soon as we're done here.
Do you have a photo of that missing statue?
Standard operating procedure in the art game. I'll be glad to get it for you, though I'd appreciate its eventual return. Insurance, you know.
That's what it looks like before it mysteriously disappeared. It's so strange how they have... It looks just like, a little... I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. It's expensive. Well, all the rest of them was around 60,000 something. So, anything else you can tell us about Mark?
They were having an argument about the art, which was unusual, as Mr. Stock had never expressed an opinion from the beginning.
Right.
Now he was making a stand. He said it was foolish to make such a fuss, and the wedding could easily go on without these silly pieces. But Rachel wasn't having any of that. In Mr. Stock's words, he can sound rather shrill for such a strapping specimen of masculinity. He said Rachel had become unreasonable and out of control over the artist not showing up. And, well, honestly, he had a point. She did have that side to her. Understand, I was very fond of Rachel, but frankly, some of the invective she hurled was directed not just at her fiancé, but, if you can imagine, at me.
She was in bridezilla mode. That's your explanation. She was going crazy. She wanted everything perfect. That's my guess. And, you know, if she can be that evil, you know, and maybe her husband was just like, you know what? I just had about enough of you, so, yeah, I'm gonna put you to sleep. Yeah, so, well, okay. This question, I'm gonna ask it, but I'm guessing he left because he didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Fortunately, a truce between the betrothed had come to pass before I had to leave. They were even, shall we say, affectionate.
Really?
I felt comfortable enough leaving them alone. The storm had blown over, and they were like lovebirds again.
Yeah, right. Or the husband was acting like a lover. He was probably like, oh, it's okay, honey, it's okay. I'm gonna kill you later.
To me, Mark Stock would be an enigma if he had a higher IQ. During their tiff, he seemed cold, emotionless. He's one of those passive-aggressive types who occasionally erupt, but in a strange, distant way, unleashing a torrent of abusive language, but delivering that invective in a controlled, cruel manner, seemingly devoid of any feeling.
Well, that was a very long explanation. Sheesh. So basically the husband, that's kind of, to me, I think that's kind of like how a killer would act, you know? Just kind of like like in the movie, Psycho. I mean, sorta, you know? Like he just kind of freaks out and it's like, what the heck? You know, like, where did that come from? That's how I understood it. So
they visit Vegas frequently, weekend getaways, on which they invariably stop by my gallery to do business. Rachel did so love art. What was the question?
Where do they live?
No, I have no address. They flew in for their wedding, and I have no idea at which hotel, though it will certainly be one of the pricier ones.
Okay.
Be my guest.
Up. Okay, so now we're going to use... Ooh, is this blood? What is that? The tread marks actually don't look the same as from the picture we took, but... Let's see. Reveals latent or washed blood, so let's try that first.
Close. Try using a similar tool.
Oh, trickiness. Identifies traces amount of dry. Okay, it says dry, so we have to use this one. And it's turning a purple color. Whose blood is this? I'm sure he's gonna say, oh yeah, well I accidentally stepped in the blood before I called you guys. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can investigate on this, so I'm gonna back up. And I'm going to cut it off right here because I think I'm running up on my time.